The Seven Trumpets of Revelation, Part 2. We finished off the last video with the first 4 trumpets, and now we're going to look into the last 3, which are also known as the 3 woes. Revelation 8:13. Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound. Keep in mind, pagan Rome is broken up into 3 major parts. The first was invaded by the first 4 trumpets, and now we will see the last 2/3 of Rome fall to the 5th and to the 6th trumpet. Let's get started. The 5th trumpet, the Saracen Empire, or the Saracen army. This is the start and rise of Islam and their prophet Muhammad, from 612 AD to 762 AD. Revelation 9:1. And a 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven, and to him was given the bottomless pit. A star in end times prophecy is represented as a prince or ruler. Muhammad is that star in Revelation 9:1, falling from heaven, or a high place of power. He was part of a prestigious and influential family tribe in Mecca, but he soon lost his inheritance when he became an orphan. By 612 AD, he claimed he was the final prophet sent by God, thus creating the book called the Quran and the religion known as Islam. He would go after pagan Rome with his Saracen army, darkening the Roman Empire even more. Revelation 9:2. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit. That's Islam and the Quran. And the sun and the air were darkened. His Saracen warriors were symbolically seen as locusts in Revelation. And locusts, which is read by a Hebrew reader, is known to come from the east. As we see in Exodus 10:13, the east wind brought the locusts. And so also we read about it in Revelation 9:3. It says, and there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth. These locusts, that is the Saracen army, fought on horseback. They wore yellow turbans, or yellow helmets, had long hair like a woman. They had beards to represent their manhood from the east. Also, they wore coats of iron chain mail on their chests. And lastly, they fought with poisonous bows and stinging like a scorpion. Revelation 9, verse 7 through 10. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses, prepared unto battle. And on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men, and their hair as the hair of women. And they had breastplates of iron, and they had tails like unto scorpions. In the Quran, it is forbidden to harm nature, as we read in Revelation 9:4. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing. They seem to be unstoppable, but the Saracens are prophesied to only fight for 5 specific months. Revelation 9:5, but that they should be tormented 5 months. We plug in the 5 prophetic months to the day-year principle, and we get 150 literal years. So, starting with Muhammad's public proclamation of Islam in 612 AD, we count 150 years later and find ourselves at 762 AD. This is the exact year when the Saracen army retreated back to Baghdad. Muhammad's rebellion is suppressed. The Arabic Empire is divided, and it's all in large part due to Charles Martel and his armies from the west pushing them back. Revelation 9:12. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. The 6th trumpet, and also known as the second woe. This is the Turkish Empire, the army east of the Euphrates, starting from 1062 and ending in 1453 AD. This is 391 years. Keep that in mind. Here we see the final 1/3 part of Rome, known as the Byzantine Empire, and its capital, Constantinople. Revelation 9, verse 13 and 14. Then the 6th angel sounded, one saying to the sixth angel who had the trumpet, "Release the 4 angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates." And the 4 angels who had been prepared for the hour and day and month and year were released, so that they would kill 1/3 of mankind. These 4 angels are the 4 men who led the Turkish Empire over the Euphrates to attack the Byzantines. They would fight for an hour, day, month, and a year, which again is a divine time measurement. And using the day-year principle, it totals, as we mentioned earlier, 391 literal years, perfectly fitting the length of time it took for them to destroy Constantinople. And lastly, verse 17 describes the Ottoman Turkish soldier with his unique uniform, and also their cannons with its gunpowder, used to successfully destroy the impenetrable great fortress walls of Constantinople. Romans 9:17. And this is how I saw in the vision the horses and those who sat on them. The riders had breastplates the color of fire, that's red, and of hyacinth, that's blue, and of brimstone, and that's yellow. And the heads of the horses, which are the cannons, are like the heads of lions, and out of their mouths proceed fire, smoke, and brimstone. This perfectly describes the barrel of a cannon. Then we have our final woe, the 7th trumpet, which opens up to become 7 vials or bowls of wrath. These 7 vials will be poured out onto the Roman Catholic Church. We will see these come to be explained in the coming videos soon. Please check out the link I provided in the description below. It takes you to a detailed description of Revelation using every chapter and using biblical historicism. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you are enjoying these videos. Thank you and shalom.